back to Yay for Adulting. This is episode 3 of our first apartment series. Today we're talking about money, surprise expenses, bills you didn't see coming, and the costs that add up really fast. Then we're going to talk a little bit about first night reality and what actually helps you feel settled in your own place. I'm joined again by 2 Gen Zs and a millennial. Say hi, AJ.
Hey, I am Gen Z.
Hello, I'm Joseph of Gen Millennial.
And hello, I'm Justin, another Gen Z.
All right, welcome. So AJ, what is the first expense that really surprised you, that came out of complete left field? You're like, what, I gotta pay for that?
Probably the first thing was definitely like the DTE or electric that they can basically raise that price. So if you overuse, the sermon thing, I was like, oh, I definitely didn't know that one. I mean, good thing it wasn't too bad the first time, but it was now that I know that they do that, I was like, I need to watch out for that one for sure.
Yeah, it's expensive. I know they say if you change it by 1 degree, and I can't remember, there's some kind of formula you can use, which is why when it gets touched, oh, it drives me nuts. But it is, yeah, electricity is expensive, and I'm not exactly sure why.
So, adding on to that, what are 3 things that you realize now you have to pay for regularly? Now that you're on your own.
Rent, that's the first thing that I make sure to basically I put my money away for that. So it's I don't even basically have to worry about that. That's always gonna be top priority. And then number 2, definitely, especially in this economy nowadays, gas. That's definitely something that's I mean, even though I was paying it before, it's that's definitely a priority now. So I have to, make sure to have money put up for that. And then I'll say the third thing is probably groceries and well, really I'll say furniture more because groceries it's it's always gonna be about the same price because it's I already know what I want. But with furniture, it's I gotta, get some stuff in here. So it's I know I'm gonna have to be price watchy with that for sure. Cause I'm gonna have to, I know I'm gonna want some good stuff, but I don't need the most expensive.
What did we recently go shopping for, furniture-wise? Was it the pull-out bed in the bonus room?
Possibly. But the crazy thing is the most quality stuff we have. So Joseph has a dresser. That dresser that you have was Nana's dresser when she got it when she was 10. So that is now over 70 something. It's over 60, it's definitely over 60 years old. And it's still held together for the most part. Whereas a lot of the furniture you can buy today might be more expensive, but it's just not as quality and it falls apart. So it's really crazy how you can buy something at a thrift store that's super old and that was made, 50 years ago, and it's really solid versus, yeah, we bought an office chair 8 years ago and it's already falling apart.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had any bills that surprised you? Wow, I had to pay for this.
Well, when I had learned that, I had to, get the, renters insurance, all of that at the same time. It was just definitely a surprise because it's getting your first apartment, you don't know, everything you got to really pay for. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot. And so when you originally went to that apartment, did they give you a list at least, like a checklist of bills that or places you would have to sign up for? Did they say, hey, you should use this place for renter's insurance and you have to sign up with DTE and you have to sign up with the water and did they give you at least a list that was kind of helpful? Or did they just say, go, good luck and set up all your stuff?
Kind of both. It was kind of both. With the rent insurance, it was basically you find, who you want to do that with, and then when it came to the Wi-Fi and stuff like that, they basically it was you can only do the two that they had. They only had AT&T, and then I think the other one was, I want to say it was Xfinity. Either Xfinity or something else.
Okay.
But it was only like two that you could like set up with them. And then like once you got that set up, then I mean, they I guess kind of help because like they basically just make sure like you did everything right. But and then like as far as like everything else that was basically just on some, like once get it done, just call it back.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, at least it wasn't hard or like too complicated, but it's just like how
Yeah, I can imagine.
Have you developed a system yet for, managing all your bills and spending?
recently, yeah, I've been trying to like work on basically like the priorities and stuff. I just try and make sure I got, all of that down first before I even, focus on, buying stuff that I want basically. So I make sure, rent, gas and all of that is, taken care of before I start like basically putting money into my own pocket.
Makes sense.
Do you set aside like little money every month for like random stuff, like for going out with friends or doing something fun for yourself?
Recently, what's that? I got this one app that's been helping me like basically do investing and like work with, like stocks and stuff like that. So
Nice.
I've been basically trying to work on that and just like basically save up like I'm gonna just say
Hmm.
rainy day money. That's just gonna be like money I want to use for like if I ever go on, vacation or whatever. I got, that to have. So I'm gonna just basically let that save up until, well, really, whenever I plan a vacation, that's what I'm gonna use that for.
All right, that's good. Back to your move-in day. What made your first night easier? Was it a teddy bear, or was it just the fact that you had your own place, or something? I don't know, something random.
Like the first night, I prayed like before I went to like sleep. So it's like I don't even know the word, but just like I'll say like secure, like just knowing that like I was just like safe here. It was just like even though like yeah, I feel like I just moved in, it was like just having that like peacefulness of like I could just, like go to sleep. Like I ain't gotta worry about nothing. I ain't gotta deal
Yeah.
with nothing. I can just go to sleep and, just wake up the next morning. It was just something that it was just different for one.
Just savoring the solitude.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Would you say that's the best part of having your place, or is there something else that you'd like to say, that you like, more than the simple solitude, like, peace of mind of having your own place since you moved in?
I'll say probably both, like just like that feeling of just like being able to I can go spend time with family and then it's like I can just go back to, like my own basically, sanctuary and just have that time alone.
Sanctuary, that's a good word.
Is.
Do you set aside like little money every month for like random stuff, like for going out with friends or like doing something fun for yourself?
Recently, what's that? I got this one app that's been helping me like basically do investing and like work with, like stocks and stuff like that. So
Nice.
I've been basically trying to work on that and just like basically save up like I'm gonna just say
Hmm.
rainy day money. That's just gonna be like money I want to use for like if I ever go on like, vacation or whatever. I got, that to have. So I'm gonna just basically let that save up until, well, really, whenever I plan a vacation, that's what I'm gonna use that for.
All right, that's good.
What's like the hardest part to get used to being in your own place?
Getting used to like, I'll just say like just the noise basically. Like, never know like even like with yourself, like y'all never know like if you making too much noise or, like if you're being too loud.
Yeah.
And then probably ordering food sometimes too. Like sometimes you might get like, a driver that take it to a different, building or, like they scared to, come inside. So that's definitely a down to it sometimes.
You mean like DoorDash?
Mm-hmm. Or DoorDash or just like ordering. Sometimes I remember one time I ordered some pizza and then like I get the driver almost took it to the building like that was I think yeah, he almost took it to the one to the left of me. So it's like, yeah. Well, that'd be every day. Like even what was that earlier? I had ordered some food at work. That was a whole nother story.
Messy, messy people.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of messes, I'm sure that you probably had like, a few like hiccups when, doing your move-in. So if you could redo your move-in week, what would be things you would do differently?
Oh yeah, I don't even know. Cause it's like, well, I don't got everything set up yet. So it's like, as far as like right now, like I just gotta make sure I just stay, just not rush it. Like just make sure I stay patient with it. Like just make sure I want to actually put something here and something there instead of like just, oh yeah, I'm gonna just do this and do that. I'm gonna just make sure to just be patient with it and make sure I want to set it up like how I want to set it up, so I
Right.
don't gotta be changing everything every month.
So be more patient and intentional. Got it.
I get to do that in my room.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So Justin, after hearing all of this and hearing AJ's insights, what's one or maybe a couple things that you are going to do now so that your move out, when you plan your move out and your move in, so that they go smoother?
So definitely plan accordingly because, like, San Diego, well, California, period, is super expensive. So I tell people all the time, like, if you want to live here, you have to work. You have to do something, like, because sitting at home is just not an option. So yeah, just basically, keep working, plan accordingly, and yeah, just keep saving money, period. Yeah, because I want to be I want to be in a really nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like you may need to buy, after hearing AJ, and it's kind of triggering all of the things that you'll need to buy that you don't even think about, right? You go like, oh, I'm going to buy all these groceries. And you get home to have cereal and you're like, oh, I don't have a bowl and I don't have a spoon. Then you go to the store and you get those. And then you get back home. You're like, oh, I didn't even get milk the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when we moved into our new house back in Michigan. Like we first of all, we spent like maybe 2 hours at the store, and the bill ended up being like $600.
Oh my goodness.
This was at, where were we at? We were at Walmart. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this wasn't Home Depot or anything like that. It wasn't IKEA. We were at Walmart.
Just those basics, all those things that you don't think about that just kind of add up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one last thing, AJ. What's one thing that you'd give someone who's about to get their first apartment?
To be real, probably just stay focused on whatever the goal is. Because obviously, we all go through our own struggles and we all have to buy and, live our own life. But as far as like when it comes down to that goal, it's like if you know that that's what you want and that's basically like what you need to do, then you gotta have to do everything you gotta do to get it done. Even like when it came to like, especially for me, when it came to saving, it was like, I mean, I needed to make sure to put my needs over wants. So it's like I needed to, like, I know that I needed to, let's say, even when, well, I still didn't even know everything I needed to pay for. So it was just like, even with, like, I know I needed to pay, security deposit on top of, having, what was that, the rent money. So it's just like, I know I needed to not be eating out every day because I know I needed to have, what was that $200-300 for, that extra money just in case. So it's just like, whenever it comes down to that goal, you just gotta stay focused and just be serious about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a wrap on episode 3 of our First Apartment series. Today's lesson is simple. Adulthood has subscription fees. Some are expected, like rent. Some are downright disrespectful, like utilities seeming to do whatever they want. So build a little buffer if you can. even if it's small. Because it's not just the big bills, it's the tiny stuff that seems to come out of nowhere, like jump scares. Renter's insurance, deposits, setup fees. And then you get home and realize you don't even have a bowl, spoon, or the milk. Also remember, you don't have to buy everything at once. You can build your place over time. And for the first night part, I loved what AJ said about peace and feeling safe, having your own sanctuary. That matters. Your first place does not have to be perfect for it to be yours. If you're getting ready to move, do future you a favor and make a quick money map. Rent, utilities, renter's insurance, internet, gas, groceries, and don't forget to add a small something is going to happen buffer. And leave space to add other categories later, because you will. As always, thanks for listening to Yay for Adulting. And remember, progress over perfection. See you next time.